Welcome everybody to the HolloTalk podcast. This is Jetpack Nick, and I'm here with a special guest returning for the second time. My guy, Eskay home. Say what's up to the people.
What's good? What's up, everybody? What's poppin'? What's good, my man?
Chilling, man, chilling. Just recording. Another episode for the new season upcoming. It's good to have you back, man. And we got you on camera this time too, so people could put the face to the voice.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think we just did the audio last time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just had, it was just audio.
Yeah, just did the audio.
Yeah.
But it's a good episode
When
though.
was that? That was like April? When was that? That was last year, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Was it April? Man,
Beats
I don't
me,
know. I
bro.
remember. I think it was the top of the year. I can't remember, but I know it was before the album came out.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. That definitely came. That we did the episode before the album came out. But speaking about the album, we talking about "Part of My Heart," right? For the people who don't know, that was the album that you was working on and getting ready to release when we first did our first episode. But it's been out for a few months, right?
Yeah, it's been out. It dropped September 25th.
Okay.
So it's been out for a while now, almost 6 months, the 6 month mark. So it's been out, and a lot of love, a lot of feedback, a lot of great dope ass responses from people I ain't even know what even heard it. You know what I mean? So,
For
but
sure.
it's been some crazy love.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, let's get right into it. So, who was like one person that was like, "Yo, they really listened to my project and they liked it like that"? Who that person for you?
I can't say his name. I really can't because the reason why I can't say his name, he won the major ones.
Okay,
He a heavyweight in the game, but I gotta confirm because somebody who I work close with, they mentioned it, and I'm like, okay, that's dope, but I want to still confirm so I could,
for
I gotta
sure.
meet him and see, like, you know what I mean, if that's a fact. But I did a show at King of Diamonds back in December out here in the A,
Okay,
and Young Joe was rocking with it.
okay,
Young Joe was in the crowd. I didn't even know he was there. Like he just popped up, doing his thing, whatever. And when I got up, when I after I did my set, my peoples, they was like, yo, Joe was feeling it. Joe was feeling it. So I went over to him, introduced myself, and we took a picture together, and he was like, yo, he's like, I fuck with that shit. I was like, word, you know what I mean? So that was a shock to me, you know what I mean? But yeah, he really was fucking with it. He wanted the people and everything that, like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? That's respect right there. I appreciate that heavy, you know what I mean?
no, for sure. Drew's a legend.
Yeah, definitely a legend.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So, like, when I got a chance to listen to it, though, the first thing that stood out to me, honestly, was the level of vulnerability that you show on the album, right? So, like I said, I've listened to like other projects, Snob, for instance, like the transition, the difference between your other projects to this one, definitely the
Yeah,
level of vulnerability that you show, and that's not just one song, two songs, it's every single song. and
yeah,
and that shit was like, it was refreshing to me in a sense, because that's like, I ain't gonna say that's not what I like would normally hear from you, but just the place that you took it to, it was a whole nother
yeah.
level, and it was very interesting to listen to.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like that, that's the part of my heart. You know what I mean? Like I've
Right,
been through a lot of things and everything. So always wanted to make a project like that, like where I just, leave it all out there. You know what I mean? Like everything. Like, on other projects I may hint at it or, touch on certain subjects like a little bit, but I wanted to make an entire project where I just left it all out there for, and I couldn't even tell everything on there. You know what I mean? I could, album can only be so long, a song can only be so long, so I really couldn't get it all off, but I got a lot of it off, the things that, shaped my life and, got me here to this sitting down talking to you, you know what I mean?
no,
From
right.
A to Z. So yeah, it definitely was a vulnerable. Honestly, man, like just being real, like I cried writing every song, you know, like every single song I cried writing. You know what I mean? On the even on the last track, like when I'm recording, you can hear me crying on the last verse. You know what I mean? And My man's was like, "You want to keep it like that?" Like, yo, keep it like that. If I cried, I cried. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? I can't fake that. You know what I
No
mean?
facts.
So, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna do no other take. You know what I mean? It's straight keep it. So, like, yeah, it was a very, very personal project. It meant a lot to me. You know, all the people who mean something to me, who been there for me, who looked out for me over the years, who are still here. Some are still here. Some are no longer here. You know what I mean?
No, most definitely. I mean, we all can relate to that. It's sad as that is for for people. We all can relate to it in some form of fashion.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. It's human. You know what I mean? It's what do they call that thing? Universal. Yeah. So that was the angle. Like make bring people into my world. They may not experience all the things I experienced, but I'm pretty sure they experience some of these things. You know.
Listening to it, you couldn't tell me I wasn't from Buffalo. You couldn't tell me I wasn't from Cold Springs and or Delavan or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I was from the town. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. We gotta get you up there, man. We gotta get you to the town, man.
no,
You know
for
what I mean? We
sure.
definitely gotta get you up there, man. You know what I mean? So you could experience it. You know what I mean? It's not like how it was when we was growing up there, but it's still some dope things about the city that I appreciate still,
So even talking about that, right? Like, what's some of the differences? Like, you growing up in Buffalo, like, and then experiencing now as an adult. Like, what's different for you?
Man, when me and my friends we joke about this all the time and everything. Like, you know what I mean? When we was coming up, like every corner store was 20 dudes out there. You know what I mean? But now all the young boys, they in the house. You know what I mean? They on the internet, Facebook and
Yeah,
everything.
that's good. That's a good thing.
It's sometimes, you know what I mean? Because they may get into it on Facebook and now they, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. But it was like like the corners is kind of empty, you know what I mean? Which is a good thing. It is a good thing that those corners is empty and everything. And it's like technology. It's just technology has changed it. You know what I mean? More so, because the interaction was on another level and everything. When I come home and everything, people pull up and come see me and everything. That hasn't changed. You know what I mean?
right.
The love for me hasn't changed and everything. People always showing love. I'm always giving love back and everything. So it's always the energy is there from. I got a lot of family up there, so I got a lot of people I consider family up there. So that thing hasn't changed. Some of the food spots ain't the same no more. They done fell off. You know what I mean? But such is life. You know what I mean? There's new spots. Like you'll go to, I'll go home like in April, and they put me up on a new spot, right? And I go there in September. They like, nah, we ain't rocking with that no more. They fell off. This the new spot. You know what I mean? The new food spots and everything. So it's like, it's just different. Gentrification going on in a lot of places. Like it's a neighborhood in Buffalo called Central Park, and like I think West got a song called the Amherst Station.
Yes. Hmm.
So Central Park is like diagonal from the Amherst Station and everything. And it used to be a shopping plaza there. That when I was growing up, that it's not there no more. It's buildings there. It's like an apartment building now. So that shit threw me off. It's like little things like that, like buildings missing, something replaced it. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
yeah,
Like you said, that's universal though. It's like that in every hood.
yeah,
Like no,
yeah,
no matter what hood it is, you be there 20 years later. Some things be the same, some things be different. You be looking like, yo, what the
yeah, 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 yeah. Heavy, like you'll see it.
when all these people get here, I don't recognize none of
Yeah,
these people.
yeah. And they be looking at me like, "Where you? Who you?
Hmm.
Why everybody gravitating towards you? Like, who you?" I'm
Not
like,
knowing, not knowing that you
yeah,
really
not
you stamped in the city,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just, but home is home. You know what I mean? So this is always going to be home, but it changed, it grows. You know what I mean? And growth is important and everything. So um, you know, it's just you see some of the people that you grew up with, they doing great. Some of the people you grew up with, they're not doing too well. You know what I mean? So it's just give or take. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean it's about evolution though. Like evolution comes in
yeah,
many forms. It looks a lot of different ways. Then you thinking
yeah,
about just the whole idea of seeing people grow and evolve along with yourself. Like not everybody is going to follow the same path. Not everybody's going to come with you or be on the journey with you, and that's okay. That's
Yeah,
something that you gotta realize. Because if you don't, it could be a hindrance to your growth and your progression.
yeah. Everybody can't go. My bad. I think I got some light in there for
No,
us.
you good, you
I'm
good.
yeah. Everybody can't go. That's the truth. Like everybody can't go with you. And it's gonna hurt you sometimes to leave people behind. You know what I mean? It is.
Absolutely.
But some people, I've grown apart from a lot of people over the years and everything. And it's just that, without I'm not going to compromise who I am for anybody. I'm not going to take any shorts of what I expect you to be because I'm only asking you to be what I am to you. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But but if I could just say so myself, like, just knowing you for the time that I have, I think that that's something that you've done to a pretty good level, keeping the people that you was close with back then and bringing them with you now, and then just having them involved in not just your life, like in general, but your music also.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Like like my man Casso produced 84 steps
Right.
on Part of My Heart, and Close is featured on 84 steps on Part of My Heart. And a lot of people love that record, you know what I mean? So
It's a great record.
that's Close grandmother house, that address. So it's like 84 steps. That's where we grew up. That was our stoop. That was ours, you know what I mean? So like we just laughing and chopping up, me, Casso, and Close the other day. We just chopping up about, life, you know what I mean, various topics. We're not even touching on music and everything. But these are my real friends and everything. We known each other since, you know, we was too young to do anything. You know what I mean? So, but like, and then my brother, he's very influential. He's been supportive. My sister, you know, my and then my family, everything I do up there, anytime I'm doing something up there, my family show up and show the fuck out for me. You know what I mean? Like they come, we like 30, 40 deep sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's like I'm at my listening party, like everybody in and niggas shooting dice in the back, my Uncle Michael playing chess, you know what I mean? So but it's love. You know what I mean? It's all
Most
it's all it's
definitely.
all organic. You know what I mean?
Listen, that's a good thing to have, though. A lot of people aren't blessed with the opportunity or the ability to have close people around them, whether that's friends or family. So the fact that you got both, more power to you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It is definitely a blessing, and I do appreciate it. Because I know people don't got no one. You know what I
Right,
mean? Some people don't have no one. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a blessing, especially when it's real. You know what I mean? Because you could have a whole bunch of people around you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they real to you or loyal to you or care about you
for
even. You
sure.
know what I mean? To call and check on you to see how you doing, you know what I mean? So it's like you could have, you know, the biggest entourage, but if they just take from you, then you know what I mean, you still alone, you know?
Yeah, 100%. That's 100%
Yeah,
facts. And honestly, just the whole idea and the thought process of having people close to you and kind of being able to bring the people along with you that was with you in the beginning. That's something that I try to implement too, especially during the pod. Like everything that I do for real, is all in house. So
yeah,
I tell my friends this all the time. Like, listen, of course I could have went and outsourced and got the top people to do this, that, and the third. But why would I go do that when I know you talented and you got a tremendous skill set to fit the things that I might need you to do for me or whatever, or do with me or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna keep that
yeah,
in house. We gonna build something together. You got something to put on your resume. You can say you worked on this, because like I said, and you know this too. Like I talked to you too. Like we out of here with this. We taking this to the next level. So
yeah,
to say that you was a part of the, making this what it is, you know,
yeah. That
that's a
means
plus
something.
on your resume.
Yeah, building something with the people you love is far greater than building something with
Exactly.
people you do business with. You
And
know what
that's
I
the
mean?
most important thing too for me. Like to say
Yeah,
that I built it with like with my day ones, nothing better than
yeah.
that.
Nothing that can beat that feeling. And it's like I'm seeing small successes. I'm seeing big successes for my career, and still I wish some of my peoples was here to see it. You know what
Most
I mean?
definitely.
So that's another thing. And then but like yeah, everybody around me, I don't have no yes men around me or no yes women around me. You know what I mean? If something whack, my sister going to tell me, my brother going to tell me, my clothes going to tell me, Castle, if it's whack, they're like, nah, you got to do that over. Nah, I don't like that. Nah, that ain't for the, you know what I mean? They're going to keep it real with me and everything because it's important. You know, they know I'm going to still do the direction I'm going to go with it, but they going to tell me the truth about how they feel about it, you know? And that's important to have too, because you may not get that from somebody you don't have a bond with, that you just got a business relationship with. You may not get that from them. Or you may. It's not, I'm not saying you necessarily won't, but you may. But you know when it's coming from somebody that fuck with you, that is coming from a place of love, because they got your best interest. They trying
Mm-hmm.
to, you know what I mean, protect you or whatever. So
Most
you know,
definitely.
yeah,
Listen, I like I said, it's good to not only have those people, but to be able to have those different kind of perspectives in which the people who are giving it to you know exactly what the angles are and how to attack them. Like
yeah,
not everybody that you come into contact with is going to know you to a level in which they could give you the proper advice that you might need from somebody that does know you like that well, and vice versa. Like some people say, the best people to talk to is a person that don't know you. So
yeah,
you know, I think it goes both
yeah.
ways, but
Sometimes,
it
yeah,
goes both ways.
yeah. For certain situations, yeah, I could see that being the case and everything. Like you know, like but with my friends and me, like I just came back from the town. I'm back in the eight now. We just came back from I've been back in the eight, not even a week yet. But I'm chilling in the projects with my man Nuck, and we playing spades and everything. And you know, I'm like, how mommy? You know what I mean? That's how we talk to each other, like how mommy doing. You know what I mean? Like, oh mommy good, how mommy doing? Mommy good, you know what I mean? So how bro, you know what I mean? We chop it up with each other. It ain't all about like, but like then because it's a difference because people like those are my friends and everything.
Right.
Then like I mean, see somebody else who know me and everything or who grew up with me, they may be like, yo, where can I get one of them hoodies from? It's a difference. Oh, I fuck with the music. I appreciate the love, but it's a difference. My day ones ain't not even talking about anything really about what I'm doing, you know, musically or my career wise. You talking about life, like you know, how your baby girl, how your sons, you know what I mean, or where he's starting for varsity, cool, you know what I mean. These are things we chopping it up about and everything, you know, because it's being impacting people's lives is very important. That's how I like part of my heart was basically structured by all the people who had an impact on me heavy, you know what I mean, who, you know, touched me or made me feel good or made me feel love or, you know what I mean, looked out for me, try to protect me, have my back, have my best interests and everything. So these are the things that, you know, most of the people, aside from my sisters, the song about my sister, like anybody voice you hear on there, they no longer hear. Like everybody, like, you know, I got like little people, I
Yeah.
got people
Right.
talking throughout the
Mm-hmm.
album and everything. And my mother, she's still here. You know what I mean?
No,
Thank
right,
God.
right. Shouts
Mommy's
out to
still here.
mommy. Mommy's
Yeah,
everywhere. Shouts out to all
yeah,
the
yeah.
moms.
So like, but everybody else who's speaking on the album ain't no longer here. You know what I mean? I can't call them no more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. You know, and to even kind of go to the point that you were just making about the track with your sister, with Keisha Plum, for the people who don't know who his sister is. Um,
yeah,
that track right there, that was like that was one of those ones where I wasn't expecting the level of openness that you
yeah,
gave, but it was appreciated because the fact that I know you to a certain level, and you know I listen to, you know, the projects that she works on and everything like that. It was dope as hell to see like the other side that that the average person wouldn't know. But I'm
yeah,
able to get a little bit of an inside peek on that just based off our relationship, and just hearing you talk about her like that, it was like, yo, this is some of the dopest shit like
yeah.
ever. Like
She cried.
so shouts out to you for that.
Yeah, she cried. I got her. She cried.
Of course.
But like, yeah, that's big sus. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like how what I when I because I'm the first one talking on it. So when I started, like, yo, having a big sister, like having a second mom's. You know what I mean? Like that ass, like, you know, she was protect she was protected over me, always look out for me. You know what I mean? But it's consistent.
Yeah, hey.
It's so many different people that she come across that everybody who talked on that, if I got everybody who knew her to talk, song wouldn't have stopped. You know what I mean? Song would have been like 20 minutes long or something. You know what I mean? So, but like, and I reached out to a lot of people. You know, those are just the ones that got it back to me within the deadline. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, but yeah, man, that's my heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of everything she do. And I know she's always in my corner no matter what. Like, fuck music, just life. You know what I mean? Like, she gonna check me. She gonna check me. You know what I mean? She gonna tell me about myself and everything. And that's the shit you need. You need people like that. You need, someone that's gonna pull you to the side and let you know, hey, you fucking up. You know what I mean? So, and she's always been a supportive person in my life, you know what I mean? And she's not just a sister, like it's one of my best friends, you know what I mean? I can go to her. We'll talk about, you'd be surprised, we talk about sports, we'll talk about music, we talk about fashion, we talk about we talk about bitches, niggas, everything, anything, everything, you know what I mean? So I remember one time I was like a youngin or some shit. I was a teenager and everything, and she was having a bad day. And I don't know who she was dealing with at the time. I can't tell you, but I remember she told me, like, I just seen her like sitting down like on the bench somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and she just looked like defeated, almost like just tired or annoyed or whatever. And she was like, "Yo, Taylor," I was like, "What's good?" She like, "That's my government for those who don't know." Like, I'm like, "What's good?" She like, "Don't ever sweat a bitch. Like, if she ain't fucking with you, don't keep calling that bitch." Like, I know that.
Words to
You know
live
what I
by
mean?
for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that you would think that you would get that from I would got that from my big brother, you know what I mean? But this is my sister. She really
Mhm.
real, you know what I mean? She genuine, she cook good, you know what I mean? She fun to be around, you know what I mean? And plus she named her daughter after me, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my heart, man.
Yeah, well, shit. Like I said, for the people who listened to the project and the people who didn't, I listened to the project, so I could
Yeah,
definitely
all the
tell that by
listeners,
listening to the song. Like for sure, that's your heart.
yeah, that's what I call her. I call her my bigger heart. That's
Hmm.
why, because I could have called the song Keisha Plum, but everybody would know like he talking about her. People
Right.
don't know that I call her my bigger heart in our personal life. You know what I mean? So that's why the name of the track. And I had to hide that song from her. Like I didn't want her to hear it until, you know what I mean? So everybody who's on that album, I had to tell them, do not tell her that she has a song about her on my album and everything. I wanted to be organic when the first time she heard it. Cause I knew as soon as she see the title, she was going to know what was about her. You know
Right.
what I mean? Yeah.
So how did you like go about playing it for her for the first time?
First time she ain't hear it, she didn't hear what y'all heard. She heard it naked. So she just heard
Okay.
the verses. But I played it for her on her birthday. She had a birthday dinner. We was down in Buckhead. We had a big birthday dinner. Wes was there. Benny was there. Benny was still on crutches.
Okay.
Um, who else was there? D Jack was there. Big party. We had like about probably I would say about close to 30 guests. She had a beautiful birthday dinner. After the birthday dinner, I played it for her. I got the video of her, her reaction from that piece, but she didn't hear it with people saying all the things about her. She only heard the version without, you know, everybody who put their input into it.
Hmm.
So, but she was still in tears and everything. So I mean, I just wanted to make a birthday record for her. That's like her birthday song and everything. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's important to give your people they love while they hear, so that they can hear you. To know.
Most definitely, and that's something I try to do too. Just being on the pod, like just give people opportunity to kind of express themselves, unapologetically. Allow people an opportunity to just be themselves and talk freely. Like not everywhere you able to talk freely and be yourself. You got to live up to other people's expectations of what they want you to be, and try to fit the status quo and all this extra stuff that people don't really want to deal with.
Corny shit.
Yeah,
Corny
there you
shit.
go.
shit that don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's important to be yourself and everything. You know what I mean? And be like, can anybody like I've had people who've heard my album, heard Part of My Heart, who
Right.
grew up with us, who know us, and they're like, yo, damn, like everybody, like I can't. People calling me like, yo, man, that joint had me in tears. I'm like, I ain't never see you cry. Or
Say,
like, you in tears, like. So it's like, yeah, man, you was talking that shit, man. I'm like, nah, but they know that these are real stories. Like
for
this is
sure.
really like this ain't exaggerated. You know what I mean? This is the truth. Like even when I think West got a song on his one of his joints. I can't remember the album, but Frank Murphy, like
Is on Who Made the Sunshine.
who made the sunshine. Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But when I on every July, when I say Frank Murphy was in my home, he almost married my mom's. That's real. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I met him. My mom's almost married this man. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you know the Frank Murphy stories or
No,
those
yeah,
who
yeah,
don't.
yeah. We talked about it. We talked
Oh yeah,
about
we
it.
did chop it up. We did
Mm-hmm.
chop it up about it. But like this is real. Like, or my pops, you know what I mean, who he was. My pops allegedly robbed a bank for 180,000. You know what I mean? He allegedly took the caddy off the showroom floor. You know what I mean? It's these are all the like, you know what I mean, so many different stories you hear, like, you know, people getting killed because they I didn't go into detail about that, but it's so the story is in there if you hear it, if you
Right,
listen
right.
closely. But people getting murdered for certain things and everything. So it's like, I just wanted to, tell people, and then a lot of people don't even know about Buffalo. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for, the music, and the music scene taking off and everything, a lot of people will know what Buffalo was or like the stories that happened there. Like a lot of people think that, some people never heard of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and like I remember when I first came to the A, I'm so young, I'm so ignorant. They act like because where we from, if somebody asks you where you from, you say what hood you from.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean? So, you know, I'm out here in the A, they like, yo, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Delavan. I grew, you know what I mean? They like, where that's at? That shit blew my mind. Like, what? You ain't heard of Delavan? Like, nah, they like, where that's at? I'm like, that's in Buffalo. This the kicker. Where that's at? What? you know? So it like throw you off and everything when you like a fish out of water, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
they don't. So I just wanted to like tell those stories and tell everybody, like, yeah, man, this is what it is. This is Buffalo, New York. This is what I grew up seeing. This is how it was for us, you know what I mean? And like most communities like Buffalo, New York, it's like that for a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, and like I think like for most people too, like it's more frequent than not, because not every like you could really count on like your two hands, maybe even just one hand, how many like super duper major cities there are in the United States, with like
Yeah,
where everybody know like, oh, you from there, oh, I pretty much kind of know like what kind of person you are, I know your slang, all the type of things that come with just knowing that somebody from a big city, like somebody from New York City, like like niggas be like, yo, what's up, son? What's up, B? This, that, this,
yeah,
there, like,
yeah,
or you from Philly, it'd be like, yo, like John, and all this type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
So like not every city is like that, and there's more cities that's not like that than there are cities that are like that. So you know, believe it or not, you're in the majority.
yeah, and it's crazy. And it's, you know, like it's like where we like I always refer to Buffalo as an island. I know it's not an island, but always referred to as an island, like through music and stuff like that, or
Right.
just telling people because it's like we don't exist. Like we stranded, we by ourselves
Nah,
and
y'all
everything.
definitely exist, man.
I'm saying, pre Griselda take before Griselda took off. You know what I mean? Before them niggas really did their thing, like it was like we was by ourselves and everything. Like nobody knew or nobody checked on us and anything. Nobody came through. Like I've never been to a concert in Buffalo. Like for real, like to be real with you, I've never been to a concert in Buffalo and everything. Cause like part of it was because nobody I really wanted to see came there.
Hmm.
It was a few dudes that came there, but if I'm not in town, I'm not in town. You know what I mean? If I'm out of town, I'm out of town because I did a lot of traveling back and forth. from Buffalo to Atlanta. So, but you know, just to see like now when people stop me in the streets or whatever, or they talk to me now, it'd be funny because they be like, "Oh, where you from? You from? I'm from Buffalo." They like, "Oh shit, you up on Griselda?" Yeah, I
You
laugh.
say
You know
you
what I
be like,
mean?
I'm more up on it than you know.
Yeah, I laugh. You know what I mean? So it's crazy though, cause but and I love to see that now. Like, damn, because now the shorties where I'm from, the youngins where I'm from, they see that they can do it. We could never see it, you know what I mean, until it, I ain't think this shit was real or this music shit was even, oh man, you gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Man, you gotta be from Brooklyn, you gotta be from Chicago, LA, or Atlanta or something. You know what I mean? This is just the assumption because you don't know anything and there's no gateway from Buffalo to the industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is just from an outsider's point of view. I I
Yeah.
I like to think I'm an honorary Buffalo citizen.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we gotta get you up there, man. I'm telling you, man. We gotta get you for the town, man.
No,
Like
for
for real,
sure.
man.
No, look, for sure, we gonna make it happen. We gonna make it
Yeah,
happen. You gotta let me know when you're
yeah.
going. I'm
You got
sliding.
yeah, come, you know what I mean? Cause when I come home, I see family, I see friends. I can't see everybody though. There's too many
Yeah, too
people.
many people for sure.
Yeah. So I try to see everybody I can. If I can't see a few people, I'm not going to see nobody. Cause they go like, oh, why
Oh,
you ain't come see
you
me? I'm
saw
like,
such and
yeah,
such, like you can't come see
yeah,
me. I got you.
yeah. So, but because sometimes it's just a quick turnaround trip, like the one we
Hmm.
just had and everything. So it's like, but I'm usually in the studio, building with Castle. I just left. I recorded like I was trying to record 10 songs with Castle. Castle got tired on me, but it's all good. You know what I mean? He had a long day, but yeah, Buffalo is definitely if that's a great feeling from somebody, and it's more cities like that. Like I think Charlotte was like that until the baby blew.
For
People ain't know
sure.
what Charlotte was like. You know what I mean? If you
The
never been
North
there,
Carolina as a whole state until like the J
yeah,
Cole's and the babies and
J.
like
Cole's and the babies,
even not even on the hip hop side, but like Anthony Hamilton and them kind of people, like once they
yeah.
start coming out, then
Because I
North
think
Carolina was on the map.
who else was from the little brother was from there? Little
Yeah,
brother,
yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah.
the little
Fonte
brother.
and
Okay,
yeah, Rapper Big Pooh and all
yes,
them. Knife Wonder.
yeah, yeah. But if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean? Because if you never been there, you don't like. When I first Atlanta was nothing like they described it on television when I got here. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like my perception of Atlanta was the movie Baps. You know what I mean? That was my perception of Atlanta. And then when you get here, it's like, oh, that's not like that. You know what I mean? So you may see some women like that though. You may see a few like that, but they made it seem like every woman was like
Everybody
that.
was like that. Yeah,
Yeah, nah, you know what I mean? That's not the case. You know what I mean? So um, but that's the beauty about hip hop, because hip hop has bridged so many different cultures. Like
absolutely.
even though we one culture and everything, it's like so many different subcultures
Hmm.
within hip hop because of the region or the city you from or the state you from and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Or and it's touched so many people. This thing that thing that started in the Bronx is in Africa, it's in Australia, it's everywhere.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, it's very, very, very good to see the growth of it. And
Yeah, I not honestly, I just to kind of like build upon that. Like that's
uh,
one of the most beautiful things about hip hop, if not the most beautiful thing. And I know we was talking about certain things being universal, like just the feelings and emotions of people is universal. The feelings and the emotions of the music is universal too. And
yeah,
I'm not just talking about hip hop specifically, music in general, but hip hop more so than any other genre.
yeah. Hip hop, they don't use R&B music or country music or rock music really to sell you shit. I was
Right.
just talking about this with upstate All Stars Radio when I did my interview up there in Buffalo. They don't talk to you. They sell you cereal, you hear Nelly. You know what I mean? Remember you heard they had the little Honey Nut Cheerios at the Nelly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Then now you hear, I think MC Hammer was doing a commercial. They sell you stuff that they want you to buy their products. It's usually hip hop behind it. You know, if it's a show they want you to watch, if it's whatever it is, it's usually something that involves hip hop that has something to do with hip hop in some way, shape, or form. And when you break it down and realize, oh, these all these things connect, all these things are part of us is vital. Because I when you go to a hip hop show, it's mostly white faces.
Yeah,
You know, that's the crazy shit. Like they're not even from nowhere where we from, but they love that shit. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that because it's just the beauty of hip hop.
for sure.
What hip hop has became, what hip hop has done, and it's a beautiful thing.
You all good? You good?
Oh yeah, they order some food, so
All
that's
right.
cool. I'm just looking to see. I know you see me looking
No,
in the
yeah,
rear view.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You already, you already.
yeah.
Nah,
I had to
you
see who
my
that
man.
was.
I gotta make sure everything good.
Yeah. They order it. Yeah, they order some food and everything. So yeah. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I'm just shit. 'Cause I see this car pull up. I know you see me. I'm looking,
No, yeah,
checking the
you
mirrors.
already. You know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No,
So
so
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
but yeah, this thing is beautiful. You know what I mean? This hip hop thing is beautiful, and people want to be a part of it. People who can't rap want to produce. People who can't produce want to rap. People who don't know how to do either, they wanna dance. They wanna create fashion. They wanna, there's so many different podcasts.
Yeah.
Everything that breaks down hip hop is something. It's a piece and a part of it for everyone. You
Exactly,
know.
and that's a great observation too, because like just like when you talk about it, you don't really think like, yo, like hip hop is really ingrained in every fabric of like life. so
Yes.
so like
Yeah.
even when we talk about podcasting, like a lot of people who or I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but like a good amount of people who podcast, they do like music podcasts, specifically hip hop podcasts. So without hip hop, you don't get those. Then you got the
Mhm.
fashion, like or whatever, like just the seeing the way people dress or the way that they talk or walk or whatever the case may be. That's hip hop. It's not just the
It's hip
music.
hop.
It's a culture. It's a lifestyle, and people just don't be privy to the fact that everything that we do in life is hip hop. It's not just when I got my headphones in or when I'm in the car with the
Yeah.
radio on. Like,
Yeah, because hip hop is more to me. Hip hop is more influent. Hip hop by itself is not music, but just hip hop is more influential than religion because you do have atheists.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Now take hip hop away from it. I don't know no one who doesn't love music or
right.
appreciate music. They may not like hip hop. They may like rock and roll. They may like country. They may like jazz, whatever. But everybody love one hip hop song. You're not gonna tell me you
Nah,
don't
for
like
sure.
no rap music. You're not gonna do that to me. You know what I mean? Like you like at least one. You know what I mean? Like because it's so
Universal.
influential and it's
Universal.
universal.
we
Yeah.
that's the
So
word of the day for us.
yeah, facts, universal. You know what I mean? And people have touched so many lives. Like with music, people have probably saved people's lives and
Oh,
everything.
for
This
sure.
hip hop thing have saved. I don't know how many lives hip hop has saved from going to prison or from going to the morgue, but it has done that. You know what I mean? And put people in position of power who didn't see options and everything, or put people in a position to put their people on, or put people in a position to move their family out of circumstances or help their family, or you know what I mean? Create something for their kids and everything. That's what hip hop has done, and that shit was created by us, you know. And every year is something that's added to it. You know,
Absolutely.
every every region brings something to the table. East Coast brought lyricism. Texas brought chop and screw. You know what I mean? Cali brought the funk sound to it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So from soul samples to the Miami party music to the Atlanta crunk, every part of map has brought something to the table for us all to appreciate.
100%. 100%. Two questions. Two questions. So, question
What's
one,
good?
right? Like, I know
Yeah,
you mentioned about how hip hop has saved countless lives, right? Like,
yeah,
it's influenced so many lives. It's it just changed so many lives for the better, right?
yeah.
So, for you specifically, and you can answer this question, you cannot. It's completely up to you. But how has hip hop changed your life, or how has hip hop saved your life?
Like I didn't know what I wanted to do with life. Like I dropped out when I was 15, so I stopped. I, I ain't gonna say dropped out. I just stopped going to school. But I guess that's what you would call a
That's
drop,
yeah,
consider a
driving that.
drop
Yeah,
out.
yeah, driving
Yeah, I
that.
just stopped going to school when I was like 15 years old. Like, and it's definitely has saved my life. You know what I mean? It's definitely because I didn't think this shit was real. Like, for real. I didn't think like this doing music was possible. Like I always like brush it off. Like my people would tell me, yo, you nice, you need to do this. I'm like, well, whatever. You know what I mean? I would always push it off. I'll play with it and everything. I didn't start taking it serious until I got older. But that definitely because temptation is a motherfucker that your mind will start thinking you could do something. Your mind will tell you this is how you can do it. Your mind will say, let's put this together and let's go do that. And then you could be sitting down for 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you lucky. You know what I mean? So hip hop has definitely saved my life from, you know, me wanting more, me wanting to have more. You know what I mean? My mother, my father, he passed away in April, right when the pandemic hit, not last year, the year before. It's coming up on 2 years. So me putting my father in the ground, us burying my father, a part of me is as a son is a success because he ain't had to bury me
Right.
and everything. Hopefully, I ain't gotta bury my mother no time soon. Hopefully, she here for years to come. But the goal is she ain't gonna have to bury me. No parent should ever have to bury
No,
their children. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So it definitely saved my life, man. It definitely. If without hip hop, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would be doing. You know what I mean? Honestly, I really don't know. I don't even know if I'd be here. You know what I mean? Hip hop has definitely saved my life. You know.
Well, shouts out to hip hop for keeping you here,
Shouts
because
out to hip hop. Yeah.
I'm talking to you. That's a good thing.
That's a blessing. Yeah, a huge blessing.
Okay, so second question, right? We was talking about just the different regions bringing something different, new and fresh, to the culture, hip hop, the music, and just the style, everything. What
Yeah,
specifically has Buffalo brought to hip hop, in your opinion?
honesty. That's what I think.
In what
I
way?
think like not saying like other cities haven't brought honesty to the culture. I mean like in your face, uncut, uncensored, brutal, poverty stricken places that like when I love hearing Weston, Benny, and Conway. I love hearing they shit. I love
Me
hearing
too.
Love the Genius.
Oh,
Like when
for
I hear that
sure.
shit, like I be hearing them niggas like talk that shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Like that honesty, that the things that people don't know about. Like, cause these the young generation and everything that run the streets, them specifically, they think being from the hood means you shoot your gun and you go to jail, you sell drugs. That is not hood. That's criminal. And it's cool. You want to be a criminal, be a criminal. But there's nothing tough or manly about selling drugs or busting your gun. That's what you choose to do. That's what you choose to do. But the hood was fun. I grew up, my city was murderous, but we had fun. You know what I mean? We had some good times still too. And I think we bring honesty back. Cause like I think you mentioned something earlier, not just bring it back, but I think we like honesty is the bar in Buffalo. So people want that image. So they start writing and talking about things that they to sell it music, to blow.
Yeah.
That's not I don't hear that shit in nobody from Buffalo when I hear them. Some niggas, don't get me twisted, some niggas, but like the niggas that's really doing it, I hear them. You know what I mean? West don't give a fuck if you on the radio. You could clearly see like the nigga
Yeah,
make,
for sure.
you know what I mean? Like the nigga, like I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind, but he don't he don't design that shit for you to like. He make what he want to make. Conway
Eh,
make what he want to fucking. You know what I mean?
yes.
Like that shit is like damn near anti-radio. You know what I mean? But it's beautiful though. That shit's dope as fuck. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that's what I would say. Like it's not like damn, I need a club song. I need something for the bitches. I need some, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know how like these artists, they get into, damn, I need a trap song. I need like,
hmm,
they don't want to let the music come to them. They want to force it and everything. And it's okay if you do it that way. I'm not knocking it. You know what I mean? If you hit with it, that's cool.
hey,
But you know, Buffalo brought that feel back. You know what I mean? That oh shit, her trying to hurry up and get that ignoring that sticker off the top of the CD off that motherfucker so you can rip the plastic off so you can bust the case open and get Buffalo brought that back. You know what I mean? To me, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people who are hip hop lovers would agree,
for
you
sure.
know? Yeah.
For sure. So okay, so I'm gonna talk about that too. Your camera a little blurry. I don't know if you got like the background joint on, so
I
people
don't
can
know
see
what
your
it
face.
is.
I was saying if you can't like change, don't worry about it. I didn't know
How I
if you
do
knew it.
that? Oh,
I
I didn't know it was blurry like this. Oh, they
nah.
got me. Oh, I'm like this the whole time.
For the most part,
Oh, dang. How I change it?
I ain't
You
even
know, I
gonna
tell
hold
you.
you. I don't
Let me
even know.
see. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, maybe this is it. Oh, yeah. I almost did that by
All
accident. My bad.
right.
I'm money now.
Nah. You good? Yeah, you good? You good?
I'm
Right,
okay.
cause
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah, cause it got no, it got dark, so you know, it blurred out the whole thing. But no, we good money now. But yeah, so the kind of talk about like what you just said, right? You know, just
Yeah.
just Buffalo bringing that honesty back to hip hop. For me, like I said, I've been listening to Griselda since 2015 ish. Yeah, about 2015. That was like the first time I heard West. Um, I was a fan. That was like as soon as I heard it, right? I believe I heard him on Sky Zoo's tape, Music for My Friends, the song Luxury. That was like 2015. And then right after that, I heard Fly God. So, you know, when I heard that, like not too many people was up on Griselda and West Side at the time and Conway and Benny. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, you know, I like to think I'm a music connoisseur. Like I
Yeah.
like to think I know what's good and what's not, and you know all that kind of stuff. But when I heard it, I knew exactly like I like this shit a lot. I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
exactly what it was because he raps so unconventional. Like it wasn't like you know it wasn't like Nas, it wasn't like Jay, like it wasn't nothing like that. But
Yeah.
he was able to paint a picture, like a very vivid picture of like his life, what he been through, what he was living, and just the city in general. And for that,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that shit's a little different. And he was saying shit that was like how you said, very vivid, very like extreme, no radio friendly type situations. You know,
Yeah.
he was talking about when he was, when he was up top and all that. Like it was a very, very interesting thing. And honesty is the word that I would probably go with too. Oh, just off the strength of them not changing their approach ever. Like
Yeah.
no matter how successful, how how far they get in the game or anything like that, their approach is always the same. I'm gonna put out a lot of fucking music. It's gonna be cocaine talk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gun talk. It's gonna be this,
I'll
that, and
be
third.
gun
All the shit
talk.
that I
There's
know
no
about.
other shit.
I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about that. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to put out 20
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
albums just like it.
Just like it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like and like um that's the beauty of it. Cause them niggas is definitely making what they want to make.
Yeah,
You
and
know what
that's
I mean? They
important
not
too.
be because that's important because when you try to change your artist to be something that they not, they may not be as successful in that realm because it's not organic. They're forcing something. I can go make trap music. I can do that shit. I can make mumble rap. I can make drill music if I wanted to. Any type, if you put a beat in front of me, I could chop that shit up however you want it. But that's not me. You know what I mean? That's not what I hear when I hear music. I hear like, yo, you got, yo, because like I'm not gonna. talk about some shit that when you get to them drill type beats and trap beats, the structure of it doesn't allow you to paint. Really, it may allow you to color, but not paint and everything. You know what I mean by that? Like
Yeah, no, I got you.
it's like condensed, almost. So when you see it, like how Griselda painted, or how you know who else? Jay-Z painted. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's making the music he want to make. You know what I mean? He been doing that his whole career, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He may throw something out there for the radio and everything, but it's still something he wanted to create. You know, Mobb Deep, MOP, you know what I mean?
Mm.
D Block,
There we
you
go.
know, Dipset, you know what I mean? That's organic. You know, 50 Cent, one of my favorite rappers,
Me too.
it worked for him. He did something that wasn't him. 10 million. you know,
Yeah.
like
10
it worked,
million.
it did work for 50. It did work for 50. You know what I mean? 50 don't rap like that. That nigga gutter.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? If you go back and listen, he gutter, but he said it in the song. Banks said, cuz go ahead, switch the style up. If they hate, let them hate. Watch the
Watch the
money
money
pile up.
pile up.
So
Yeah.
but that's the thing that I think Buffalo bring back is the honesty. Like we don't give a fuck if you fuck with it. You know what I mean? We don't care. You know what I mean? And I hope it continues that way. I hope like the
Yeah.
generation, the ones that come after, I hope they continue with that, that direction. They don't have to, but people love it. People love it. You know what I mean? People who up on it, they love it. Me and my like I said, we just took a road trip to Buffalo. We at the gas station. I think he was in Tennessee or some shit. Nigga hopped out to pump the gas, had the 187 on his back.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't even know that Keisha Plum right here.
Right.
you know, like him and his shorty, they pumping gas and everything. And me and my sister were like, that shit crazy. And then we both said at the same time, it's really not crazy because we've been seeing this shit like a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but yeah, they love it. You know what I mean? They love it. They love it just as much as they love the drill music. They love it just as much as they love the trap shit. West Coast music, they love that shit. The mainstream shit, the Drake shit, they love. Drake love that shit. Kanye love that shit. You know
Right,
what I mean?
Kanye said it. He was like, he was like, no disrespect to the backpack rappers, but I like I like hood shit. I like Lil Baby, 21
Yeah.
Savage.
Jay-Z love that shit. Jay-Z not keep the niggas in rotation. I know he do.
For
Like
sure.
from conversations I've had. You know what I mean? Love they shit. Like I haven't heard nobody talk. It's getting so crazy now. I was watching Drink Champs and everything, and I don't know who Nori had. I think he had Gilly on there, and Gilly was talking shit about New York rap music and shit. And Nori said, "Nah, nigga, Griselda bringing that feeling back."
Hmm.
And Gilly said, "Nigga, when the fuck New York niggas start claiming Buffalo niggas?"
I mean,
right?
he got a point. He got a point
You got
there.
a point. You know what I mean? But they love it. You know what I mean?
And rightfully so. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I've been a fan since the first time I heard West, like in 2015, and like initially I didn't think that, and again I wasn't wrong neither in this assessment. This is like something like pretty recent for the most part as far as mainstream is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But I didn't think that a lot of people would gravitate to it because I didn't feel they would understand exactly what was being said, like like the whole movement. I didn't think people would get it, and a lot of people didn't get it initially. A lot
Yeah.
of people really, really didn't understand it. The real hip hop people, they understood. Like even then, I don't even think they understood the movement. They understood the music, but maybe not the movement. I was pretty hip on the whole shit, right? Because I'm a wrestling fan, heavy with the fashion shit, like all that. So
Yeah.
everything Wes was talking about, like he bring up Kerry James Marshall, like I know who that is. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talk about the wrestling ball SummerSlam '88, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect Plex, all this type of shit. Like I'm
Yeah.
in line with all that. So it was very directed to a core set of people, and like when you do that, you don't really get a chance to reach a mass majority of people because you just focused on that set of people. But somehow, some way, not only him but Conway and Benny too, and the rest of Griselda, they was able to penetrate the mass market and really like have people say, "Yo, whatever y'all doing, I love this shit." Like
Yeah.
not only is it bringing that feeling back, bringing that real raw emotion of lyricism and people being appreciative of that, but also just the way that they move and like they mobbing through the fucking industry.
Yeah. And you like the first time I heard was my sister on the first tape. She's like, "Yo, I want you to hear something." I'm like, "All right, bet." She's like, "Small, my homeboy, he from the town." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." She's like he rap. I'm like, "All right." So she gave me a CD and everything, and
This was Hitler with Hermes.
yeah, first one. It's 2012. So she know like I don't listen. I don't listen to rap music that much. I don't. I really like rap music. Probably like the last thing I listen to. And but she tell me to listen to it. I know
Right,
shit
right.
gotta be something dope. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play it. So as soon as she gives it to me, I throw it in and everything. I'm riding around the A. I don't because it don't tell you the track list on the joint. The physical one he had, the first one he had, like the first joint she printed, they ain't had no track list on it.
Right.
It just had the image on the front, the image on the back. So I'm right into it. I'm like, oh, this nigga talking and everything. This shit over. There's like 5 songs on there.
Right.
So it start back. I'm like, oh shit, this shit over. So I'm like, all right, that's different. Listening to it some more. Like, yeah, this nigga talking. Shit over again. That shit was quick. You know what I mean? So like 5 songs on this motherfucker. And I'm like, yo, she was like, so we talked later on. She's like, yo, what you think of that joint I gave yesterday? That nigga nice. You know what I mean? And I don't really tell niggas they nice. I don't really call niggas nice. I don't really like you good, you gotta work with some shit. I'm like, no, that nigga nice.
For
She
sure.
was like, well, I'm like, yeah, that nigga nice. Like he definitely got it and everything. So, from there, just like see that and see this, I'm like, that shit dope. Like I'm proud of that nigga, like for real, for real. You know what I mean? The whole city proud of that nigga, man. The whole city, man. The whole town. I be,
And falling off.
oh shit, damn. I be, you know what I mean? The whole town the whole town show love and everything, man. Like for real, like the niggas is really making a real stamp up there and everything. But um, it's sort it's dope to see it because of where it started and everything. And that's not even where it started. That's just where it
Right.
was introduced to me at. You know what I mean? Because it started before then.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got introduced to it through my sister, you know, it was um, it was um, it was organic. It was refreshing. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't the only nigga rapping like this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, cause like a lot of niggas you hear they trying to sound like Drake. They trying to sound like Future. They trying to sound like what's popular. You know what I mean? Instead of making the music that they are great at making, they want to make. You know, oh no, I need one of those records. Every producer was trying to make its own one beat when its own one came out. You know what I mean? And it's a copycat industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely a copycat industry and everything. So people see something that worked for somebody, it worked for him because that's him being himself. That's what's being himself. You know what I mean? So it worked for West being himself and everything. And then I look up, man, all these niggas wearing ski masks now.
No,
You know what I
facts.
mean? You know, I look up, everybody got a ski mask now. Like shit, like
Like
damn.
that,
You
that
know
shit
what I
was
mean?
that shit was never for fashion up until
Yeah.
up
Not,
until West
not,
started doing it.
you know what I mean? I see niggas in their videos recording with ski mask on. They got their video, they got the ski mask on. I'm like, let my nigga have his shit.
Yeah, that was
You know
that,
what I
that was
mean?
that was never a fashion statement.
Never. You know what I mean? Now everybody got ski mask and shit, man. So you already know the influence he's had and everything.
Absolutely.
You already know the impact he's had and consistently. You know what I mean? So it's definitely dope to see and everything. But it comes from, be yourself. Everything else will work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make the music you want to make. You know what I mean? Everything else will work out.
No,
You
yeah, I mean,
know,
but that concept's easier like said than done. And the reason I think for
yeah,
that to be the case is it requires too much patience. Like I was listening to I was listening to Conway at his album release party for God Don't Make Mistakes, and he was talking about like it took me until the age of 40 years old before I dropped my first actual official album.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, ain't nobody, or at least for the majority of people, they not waiting until they 30, 40 or whatever to finally achieve their dreams or whatever the case because they see everybody kind of getting it, or at least that's what it looked like at late teens, early 20s, and everybody trying to get it that fast.
yeah.
Nobody got no patience to see it through.
I feel them, but at the same time, though, that's correct. But if it was easy, you would not worrying about bills. You know what I mean? Being a kid, that shit is easy. You know what I mean? And no, people can do it, but they don't. They want to do rap.
For
They
sure.
want to sell drugs. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to take the shortcut, everything. So even when it's played out for you easily, people will turn that shit down. And I know this, yeah, it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of believing, but it's not just patience. It takes hard work.
Yeah.
He wasn't just patient. You know what I mean? He did put in the work too, and everything. You know what I mean? So like for him to have the motherfucking strength to go from rapping, almost losing his life, and then getting discouraged and saying fuck that shit and kept pushing through, that wasn't easy. you
Right.
know?
No, it's a fact.
So I feel you. You right. Definitely, you definitely right. The easier way to do it is to, try to copy what you see instead of being. But you never know. You may bring a new sound
That's a fact.
to the culture. You may bring something new that we, if you, because you know what I mean. You really putting a obstacle in front of you. Like you really limiting yourself because you're not even exploring who you are, where that you and how you create and how you hear music will take you to see what we can get from you. Because you may make
100%.
something better. You may make something like imagine if motherfucking RZA never motherfucking chopped up the soul samples.
Good point.
He was just trying to produce like Dr. Dre.
It's a very
You
good
know what I
point.
mean? So that's true, but it's like you kind of disrespect God when you
Yeah.
when you not yourself. Because if God took I don't know how true this is. I just read it, but I'm not sure. I don't have no proof or no way of proving it. But they say there's no two snowflakes alike. So if there's no two snowflakes alike, like if you trying to be like somebody else, you disrespecting God, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Be yourself. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and
man.
it's good to be
Go.
influenced by people. My bad.
No, you
Being
good money. You good.
having yeah, having somebody influence you, and that's good. That's great too. But like it's a difference between what I like how Future did that beat. Let me let me see if I could see what I could do to something like that, but in my way. It's a difference between that and no disrespect. It's a difference between that, like trying to see like where you can fit in that lane compared to designer and him
Right,
sounding exactly like Future. You know what I mean? Like you sound, but you see where he at now. I haven't heard nothing from him and
right.
everything. I'm not. Well, I don't know where he at. He may be blessed. He may be doing well in life, but I haven't heard no.
No,
You
right.
know,
I
it
got you. I
was
know
like
what you're
that.
saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, um, you know, find out what you are first. You know what I mean, and go down that path and everything. You know, when I first started rapping, I ain't know about breath control. I ain't know about bar counts. I ain't know about song structures. I ain't know about, you know, the tone in your voice and everything. Like I would play stuff and people like you sound like you fat. Like I sound like I'm fat. Like you sound like Shine or Biggie. I sound like Shine or Biggie. Like how the fuck I sound like Shine? First of all, Shine is not this my size, and Biggie is 3 times our size. And but that's how people like. So then I had to learn like, okay, you're not even, you're not using your voice. You're just talking how you talk, like normally and everything. Like that's how you rap and everything. So it took me a while
Hmm.
to find that voice and then find my sound, and then you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
you know, it's work. It is work. When everything, it is work. People just. I remember when I was home, me and Council, we chopping it up. Like they come into the studio sessions with us and everything. People may come to the studio session, stop by. They see we having fun because it looks like it's fun. Yeah, it's fun, but we working. You know what I mean?
For
It
sure.
wasn't always like this. It wasn't always, you know, this glamorous and everything. You know what I mean? Or you know, where we could just sit here and knock out 10 songs. You know what I mean? Computer boards done broke, microphones done got destroyed. You know what I mean? All types of shit didn't happen. You know what I mean? So we made a whole tape one time. Like we made a whole tape. Me and Casso, we made like this is years ago. We made like a 20-track tape. Shit was ill as hell. He gave me the one copy. Shit, we lost it. His computer crashed. Lost everything. So I was like, man, fuck that shit. Fuck that rap shit. Yeah, I was done with that
All
shit
right.
again.
Yeah, that shit definitely
But
make you want to
you know
quit.
what I mean? Yeah, like fuck that shit, man. Nah, man, fuck it. Hey, I'm not. I don't want to be recorded. He's like, we could just. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. So, but yeah, man, you definitely gonna go through some hurdles and everything. You definitely gonna make you experimenting like and figuring it out and finding it out and working on it. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, anybody, I can go make a song like any of them top niggas out there. I can make a song identically like them. You know what I mean? And because me and my friends, we used to flip songs back in the day. So we used to flip a song. Like when we just bullshitting and shit. Like we'll flip a song, like so we call it flipping songs and everything. So like we'll take ether and replace the words in ether to what we wanted to say and make it still rhyme on
Right.
point. That shit was some difficult shit to do. Like we actually mimicking the whole ether, but we done flip every word and everything around in it, but it's still got the same cadence, still
Hmm.
same rhyme pattern, still the same timing, and it flows all the way through. Or we'll flip. I remember my man, he flipped "It Ain't Hard to Tell" one time by Nas. You know what I mean? He just took the words up. So like you can easily copy somebody's rap style or the way you could do it, but you know, just be you, and we may get something dope from you. Like you know what I mean? So that's all I
Yeah.
gotta say about that, man.
No,
I
for
know I always
sure.
got
No,
long
no, no. Look,
winded.
bro, that's the point of the pod. We here to talk, so I ain't gonna condemn you for talking.
Yeah, yeah,
No, but again, though, that goes back to the point that we were just making. Just just about the question I asked about what Buffalo brought to hip hop, and we could talk about like a bunch of different cities and states and things like that and coast, but like you said, Buffalo brought that honesty back to to hip hop, and we were sorely lacking. Everybody was making the same kind of record. Everybody was making trap records, and this, that, and
yeah,
third. Everybody wanted to sound the same, and nobody was putting like real lyricism to it, or at least in the mainstream. I can't say everybody because
yeah,
it's good music, everywhere, just as long as you look in the right place. But as far as what the
yeah.
mainstream was pushing, it wasn't.
But
It
the
wasn't what we
mainstream,
what we wanted.
yeah, the mainstream is um flooded with entertainers, artists. They're not rappers. You know what I mean? It's not like if you think it's in the mainstream, it's not that many of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that, you know, not I'm not talking about like the older, like the older generation. I'm talking like the newer generation. There's not that many people you would consider lyrical and everything in the mainstream. And but that's for a reason. You know what I mean? That's when I don't know, I can't remember the dude's name, but whoever fucked it up for everybody, not everybody, but fucked it up for the record labels. The dude who created Napster.
I don't know his name. I know you're
I
talking
can't
about
think of
though.
his name, but he fucked it up for the record labels. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? He changed the whole. And he did that shit. What 25 years? He did that shit years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucked it up. He changed music forever. You know, and um, so the record label said, you know what, fuck it. Well, do music like this. This became a program. I used to go to different cities, travel and everything, and I would hear songs I never heard before. Now, when you go to the same, you're hearing the same thing on every radio station. You know what I mean? No matter what city you be in Miami, you're gonna hear the same thing you hear in Atlanta that you hear in New York. How is that possible? You know, it
Oh yeah, and it wasn't like that at a point. Like
wasn't like that.
everybody had their own sound, their own style, their own flow, cadence. Their own
Yeah,
stories to tell.
yeah. Like out here in the '80s, I didn't grow up listening to them, but out here in the '80s, they got this legend out here. His name, I think, Kilo Ali. I think that's his name, and he got some song, and but you heard on the radio. You would hear it on the radio coming to the A. I don't even hear that song on the radio no more. But it's like from like the '90s, like I think it's like from like the early night, like '91, '92 or something. I don't know, but you could tell like by the sound where it sounded like it was placed at,
Right,
and
right.
you don't even hear it on the radio no more. Like you don't. I remember they used to play like those type of songs and everything, to because it's important for the youth to know the culture too. You know what I mean? But they don't. But it's important for the youth to know the culture, but it may not be important as a youth to want to know the culture or want to know the history of it. They may not give a fuck about what came before. They may not, you know. But I think it's you doing them a disservice though by not introducing them to it because that may influence them. The, the one of the first songs I heard that made me like, that I remember my first. I didn't even write my first rap. I'm lying. I didn't even write my first. My sister wrote my first rap, Keisha Plum. And I was like, I don't remember how old I was, but it was a contest on the radio station, Buffalo. I don't know if she remembered this shit. It was a contest on the BOK in Buffalo. And it was like whatever kid got the best rap, you gotta be this. She's trying to win something. And so she sat there and wrote me like 3 different versions. It was called on the radio station. They don't do shit like that no more. You know what I mean? But I guess they don't have to because they can just go on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You know what I mean? They got all these other different outlets. You know, if they want to do music, but the history of the music is definitely important in my book. You know what I mean? And learning it and knowing it. I'm A to Z in hip hop, you know, but I'm not opposed to going to find out, you know, who that is. When I like how you listen to music. You said you heard Sky Zoo album, and you heard West on the Sky Zoo album, and you wanted to find out who West was, right?
For sure.
That's how I would listen to it. Like if you was on one of my favorite rappers' albums, I would be like, well, why he fuck with him? Why he listen? Why he knock him? How he get him? Let me go see what he about now. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
same way I would do it too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go check for the features, the people on that album and everything, you know, but I'm not sure if that thought process still exists in the youth.
I mean, it's far and few in between. Like a lot of people just listen to what they hear on the radio or whatever the case. Like nobody really searches for what they like or
Yeah,
search for shit that's similar to what they like or like you said, like how I got introduced to West, like heard him on Skyzoo album. Skyzoo was one of my favorite rappers. And listening to him, listen to West. West killed that shit. So I'm like, oh, let me go listen to him. And then my musical life has never been the same.
yeah, you know, and that's dope. You know what I mean? But that's organic. You know what I mean? Like, and um, the first time, like, not the first time, one of the times I can remember recalling that was I ain't gonna front because I don't. My man, Rel bootlegged the fucking he bootlegged the fucking Dynasty album for me. He put it on a cassette tape. And so when I first heard Freeway, I thought it was E40.
That's
You
interesting.
know, I thought like oh shit, that's E40. You know what I mean? Because he sounded like E40 to me. I don't know why. So I learned it was Freeway. Oh, now I'm checking for Freeway. I want to hear Freeway. I want to hear more from him. You know what I mean? Or when I heard Core Mega on, it was written. Soon as Core Mega album, I want to hear Core Mega. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's how I did it too. You know what I mean? So, or when I heard, um, you know, trying to think, um, I can keep going, but that's I like how you listen to music because you're not just listening. You listen to the project, but you're like, oh, okay, this he nice. Let me go hear what else he got to say. That's how I am. If you got more to say, you saying more what I like. I'm gonna keep put you in rotation and everything.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean? And but that all comes from West being himself, not West being Sky Zoo, not West trying to be Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? That comes from him being himself. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of hip hop, man. The people who are themselves, they the most successful in hip hop.
100%.
You
The people with
know,
the most
I
longevity.
can't exactly the most longevity as well. You know, so um, but it's not bad to get in because West got his influences too. You can hear it in his
Of
music.
course.
You know, it's okay to be influenced by you know people, artists. Like to me, Lauren Hill, she made the greatest album in hip hop to me. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And they don't consider it a complete hip hop album because she's doing a lot
Right.
of singing on it. But to me, that shit is ingenious. You know what I mean? But Nas, Illmatic is right there though. But
Matic number one, man.
I mean, yeah, Illmatic is great. I love Illmatic. I knocked that shit like it dropped last week, and like dead ass. But I lost my train of thought. But Lauren Hill was being herself. Nas being himself. You know what I mean? Freeway being himself. You know what I mean? And you know, I miss those times. I'm glad where hip hop is at right now, but I miss those times where I had to pick up on your slang and try to figure out where the fuck you was from by your slang and try to figure out what you fuck you talking about.
For
Now
sure.
all the slangs are
It's
is
all the
like one
same.
slang,
Yeah.
and that shit is not because we don't talk like that in Buffalo. Not if we from real Buffalo, we don't talk like that. Like I remember I think Conway said that shit on this motherfucker once, so I can't think of it. But we called nigga studio. Like if you was a fake, you was fake or some shit, you was fronting or some shit. Like oh you studio yourself. You know what I mean? Like or like it's like different languages we use and everything that you don't hear it, but like when I first heard Atlanta rappers use 12. I'm like, what the fuck that mean?
Right.
And somebody A like, oh, they told me that's the police. So I'm like, well, why the fuck y'all call it 12? And they couldn't give me an answer and everything. So they like, we just call them 12. All right, whatever. And but you know, Cali, they call them one time. You know what I mean? It's just
Hmm.
beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just to see it like, yo, that's the part of it I miss the most. If I could say I miss anything from that era, is that like learning it. But hey, maybe we'll get there one day, maybe we won't. But you know,
No, I mean, it's I think we're on a trajectory to getting there. Like, I mean, of course, everybody pushing P right now, but we on a trajectory to get there. Like I said, not just Griselda. Like it's a lot of acts out there that's really really dope. That has their own kind of style, their own energy that they bring to the game, and I see it shining through a lot more than like the previous 5 or 10 years, but we on our way. We on our way. Just as long as those people continue to make good music, continue to be themselves, and continue to just push the culture forward, then I think we'll be all right.
yeah, we probably will be. I don't know what it's gonna. This year, I think this is gonna be one of the most interesting years in hip hop
Oh, most
this year.
definitely.
This year is definitely that's where it's setting up. I don't know how many people dropping on 222. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot of people dropping on that day. Um, but maybe they just, maybe they not, maybe they, people they like me. My album ain't drop when I wanted to drop, but it didn't drop when I wanted to drop because um I'm a perfectionist. So like if I don't hear it, if I ain't feeling it, then it ain't coming out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if it don't click for me, if I don't hear it click, I gotta hear it click. I gotta know that it's it's perfect to me, not for people,
Most
but for me
definitely.
it's perfect. And it was only one song, small song in there. I couldn't fit it, and I didn't like the beat. I had to take it off, but if that song could have been on there, I would have been, completely perfect, completely satisfied. But I'm pretty satisfied with the way I pieced it together. Um, but that took dedication. It took all them. I had to listen to beats for. I listened to beats for hours upon hours trying to find the right one. You know what I mean? And if it does, I could find a dope ass beat and be like, oh, that shit dope, but it's not for this project.
Right.
You know what I mean? It don't sound like this project. So like everything with part of my heart, I wanted it to sound like love. I wanted to sound like pain. I wanted to sound like beauty. You know what I mean? I wanted to sound like all these different human elements. And then I wanted to paint out a story. And it got dark, went darker, and
Yeah.
it got even darker, you know what I mean? But it don't sound like it, you know. It sounds like heaven almost sometimes, you know. And like I said, the feedback and the responses I've gotten, it's been crazy. It's been crazy, It's been it's been what I expected, but at the same time, it's like I'm waiting for somebody to tell me it's whack. you know, that shit sound crazy, but I'm waiting for somebody to tell me it's whack. But ain't nobody, I haven't heard it. You know what I mean? I ain't heard it yet. I ain't heard
Nah,
nobody tell
well,
everybody.
don't
Maybe
expect
they,
to hear it because it was a really really dope project.
but and see, I appreciate that. But the reason why I want to hear them tell me it's whack, because I want to know why. That's why I want to hear them. I want to hear. I'm interested in that. Like, oh, it's whack to you? Cool. Thank you. Tell me why. You know what I mean? I want to know. That's how I learn. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Because it ain't for everybody. But
No, that's true.
yeah, everybody been telling me, yo, that shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I really did one. You know what I mean? I really got one and everything. But that came from hard work, dedication, and like just telling the story and everything. I wasn't even writing part of my heart when I started writing that shit. That's the crazy. I was writing Snob too.
which
Like
is coming out this year.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know because I'm writing two projects at the same time.
Okay, let's
So
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm working on Snob too, and I'm working on another project. I don't have a title for it yet,
Okay.
and I'm like 10 tracks deep on Snob too. But we may talk next week, man. I may be three tracks deep. I mean, some of them may got cut. You know what I mean? So I would love for Snob 2 to come out this year, but I'm not gonna rush it if I don't hear the I gotta hear the music for it. Like so,
Hmm.
like I said, like the music. That's how I started writing two projects because I'm like, yo, this beat is tough, so this gotta go over here, and this beat is tough, but this don't sound like so. This is more Snob, and this is more whatever this project that I'm writing right now. So I'm working on both of them simultaneously, and it's hard, like trying to find the beats that fit this. Cause I'm not, it, I customly structure every project I do so the sound is cohesive and coherent, and it sound like you know,
Like everything
it
go
sound
together.
everything go together. Because I hate when I hear an album like that. I hate when
It
I
be
hear an
all over the
album
place.
where it be all over the place. Yeah, like why would you like? I love Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers, but on Black Album, I don't know where the fuck. And there's no disrespect. The beat was tough, but I just didn't think that. What's that song he got on there? I didn't think that beat fit. I don't know. It was one of them joints, but one of them joints, I just like, why he put it just didn't fit, and not to me, but to him, he's a different artist, but that's his artistic expression. But I want to hear it all sound like it belong together,
Hmm.
you know, like a gel. So if it don't sound like it go there, then I'm not going to use it. And so I done found beats for Snob too. No, I found beats for this new project I'm working on. Then I found a beat that don't fit neither one of them joints, but I love it. you know, so and I'm also working on these EPs with my man Mr. Knott. He a producer out here. We working on an EP together and everything. He creating everything from scratch. So we supposed to be having a series of EPs coming too. But Snob 2 is the next. They may drop on the same day. That's why I said I don't know. They may drop on the same day. I don't know. I
Okay.
may drop or they may drop back to back. I don't know. It's just all about the timing and how because the me creating the music ain't the problem. It's just me finding the music. You know what I mean? That's the toughest part of it, Because I'm like perfectionist, it gotta be like perfect. You got, oh, that sound like it go here. And if it don't go there, then cause Snob 2 is basically that's my party shit. I like to have fun. I'm not making party music. I make the type of party music that I love, you know what I mean? But it's
Hmm.
my fun shit, you know what I mean? Like, cause hip hop is supposed to be fun. That's why it's no party song on Part of My Heart. Like that was like the one critique. Something like what you don't got no radio record on there. You don't
But
got no
but
club
that's
record.
but that's not what the album is for though. Like
It's
that's not
not,
what that
yeah,
is.
yeah, and like yeah, no, I didn't put a radio record or a club record on there because you don't. Part of my heart don't go in the club. This is
Right.
for the listeners. This is for like you on a road trip, whether you chilling at the house, whatever you're doing, smoking your blunt, drinking your drink, just sit back and you know, let's take it all in, soak it all in. You know what I mean? That's in the intro. I say, please turn your electronic device. I'm serious. I mean, turn your electronic device, press play, and just vibe out, and see where it take you. If it took you to Buffalo, you feel like you was from there. I did what I was supposed to do.
I told
Yeah,
you,
you know what I mean. I did
you
what I was
couldn't
supposed
tell
to
me,
do.
bro. You couldn't tell me I wasn't from Cold Springs and Delaware. You
you
couldn't
know,
tell me.
my family from. My family from Coast, from my mom's, my pops, and everything. That's where they met. I mean, well, you heard that. I'm sure you heard the
Oh yeah,
story.
right.
Like, yeah. So but my mom's talking on it, and the thing about it is, like, I played that song. My mom's, she ain't heard the song. I just took her to the studio, like, yo, I asked her some questions. She answered the questions. So after we wrapping up and everything, um, I was like, yo, I told the engineer, his name Spitz. I was like, yo, Spitz, can you play that joint for my mom's and everything? Let her hear it. So he played for her. The Amis Curtis, he
Mm-hmm.
plays it for her. Man, she in tears. And she just in the studio crying and everything. And she's like, damn, baby, I didn't know you was that good. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, I didn't know you was that good. I'm like, what? Like, that good. Yeah, I'm that good. You better.
Hell yeah, I'm that good.
Yeah. So, but I didn't grow up watching my parents in the same household. So, my man Juan, he was there. The woman I was dealing with at the time, she was there, and they was like, Juan was like, "Yo, did you ask her about this stuff prior to you write?" I'm like, "Nah, I just wrote it because these are the stories I just grew up hearing about my
Mm-hmm.
parents. So I just wrote their love story without actually even being there to witness their love story. And you know, it's real. You know, what I mean, I don't even know. I don't know how I wrote that song, but that's like the first song I wrote. That's like either the first or the second song I wrote for the opening credits. Amis Curtis and My Mother's Mansion. Those were the first three songs I wrote, but it wasn't going on part of my heart. I didn't even know what I was writing. I started piecing them. Like, oh no, these don't go on Snot too. So I'll put like, hold on, let me focus on this, and I just send the whole album and structure of everything around that. So like, the music gotta sound like these three beats. This is what they gotta sound like. The topics, the concepts gotta be these three things. This is what I gotta talk about. And then it can't part. Then you supposed to do part of my heart. I took part of my heart apart years ago because it's like probably like 10 songs that I never released because I had put it together, but that's a long story. We ain't gotta get to that. Anyway, it got taken apart for whatever reasons. And so I said, do part of my heart with this. And that's what I did. And it's not too sound crazy. I
All
will tell
right.
you this. That shit. Matter of fact, I seen some of the joints off of the joints. You know what I mean? I let you get a peep of it. Um, and then whatever other project I'm writing, I got I recorded 5, but I got a I got 3 right now that I'm gonna send you.
All right, man. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. I need to get a feature.
Oh, you need a man. Let me know, man. We talk about that shit too.
I need to get a feature. What does me doing a little
And
interlude or something?
like
Or if I get a verse, I need a feature some way, somehow, some way.
matter 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 of fact, when I next time I go to the town, man, that's I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you what, because I know, like, I know we're supposed to be link up and everything, but the schedules and everything,
For
timing.
sure.
But next time I go to town, I'm gonna definitely tell you, and we're gonna be in the studio, man. Like, pull up, you know what I mean? But the two for, like, the one song is so ignorant that you would think women wouldn't love it. Every woman I played it for said that shit hard. Right? And they all love it. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I say the word bitch 37 times on this song.
Goddamn.
I know, but the shit don't, right? And like, the bounce to it is dope. The you'll hear it.
No, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna
For
tell
sure.
you, I'm gonna let you hear it. Yeah, you let me know what you think of it. And then it's just I wrote a song called Shay's Mirror. Um,
DJ Shay, rest in peace.
DJ Shay, rest in peace. Um, he was very influential. you know, and I went home like the end of 2020, December. Homegirl I had away, so I had came home from the funeral. But I stopped by in Cold Spring, right there at Doris Records, to take a picture in front of. They put a mirror up for shade right there on the side of the building. And I
Right.
took a picture in front of it, and like 2 weeks later, somebody vandalized it,
Wow.
and then the woman who painted it, she repainted it, and then they vandalized it again. So one song is on this project. This not going on Snapchat. This going something different. And my man closes on that joint too. But that joint called. I'm gonna send that one to you. So I'm sending
All
you
right.
the two on the Snapchat, and I'm sending you the one from the other project. The one joint is called Her Cancer on Snapchat, and the other joint is called I think it's called Borrowed Time right now. But I've been changing the names of
No,
songs
for
so
sure.
much. Like after I hear them, so these is all Shay's Mirror is definitely gonna be called Shay's Mirror. But I've been changing the names of songs so much. So like, it may be called one thing today, but then when we get to the like completion and the final process of the album, it may be called something totally different.
All right. All right. So look, right. I'm gonna get you out of here because I think I had you on here for like I don't even know, maybe 2 hours. I'm gonna let you
I
go in
think
a
it say
second.
two, but I don't even know. I don't even know if it's two because I
All
think
right.
you was shot. It could be two. You probably
No,
right
for
though.
sure. All right. Oh, all right. So look. So the last official question I got for you. I wanted to know what your top five songs was off of Part of My Heart.
All right, shoot that one back to me too. Um, my top five would be, man, that shit tough. Shit. Um,
Let me get my list ready now.
um, I'm go private course. What a luxury. Therapy. My bigger heart.
Okay. One more.
And God's promise.
Okay. All right. That's a solid five for sure. That's definitely a solid five. Okay. So
That's tough.
you
The
need
whole
five from me.
album, my baby, pick it apart. So yeah, let me get five from you.
All right, five for me. Okay, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I Forgive You.
Mm,
Uh, I'm gonna go with Tight Circle.
okay.
My Bigger Heart for sure. Ooh, yeah. How many I got? Three. That's three right there. I Forgive You,
Yeah,
Tight
three.
Circle, My Bigger Heart.
Big
Uh,
heart. Yep.
ooh, this shit getting tough. I want to say. I want to say You Wasn't There. I want to put that on there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And
That's yeah.
then I kind of got a tie, so it's like I got 5 and 5A. So these are back to back on the track list. What a Luxury and Meets Curtis.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That would a luxury. Yeah. And Miss Curtis. Yeah. That shit. That just that Amy Curtis, man.
Yeah,
That should
that shit
definitely
hard.
like tell the story of my parents.
You know,
I had
it
pulled up
remind.
back home listening
Oh,
party.
my fault. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go tell the story. I got you. I remember.
Oh, I, I was just saying I had put up to my listening party. My cousin Glow, she couldn't make it. And so I put up on her the next day, you know what I mean, at her house. And we was in the whip chilling. And she was like, yeah, everybody told me that song about auntie and Uncle Boy, that shit, everybody said that shit dope. I said, you want to hear it? She said, yeah. So I plug it up for her, let her hear it, and everything. Now I turned back. My cousin, she had tears and shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? She taking up to go to Christ. So I was like, yeah, so that shit definitely hit. Because that's my cousin, you know, she know my mom's mouth. You know what I mean? It's family. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that shit definitely, every song, man, I'll cry right in every bar, you know? But, yeah, that Amy Curtis, man, that's a solid five, though, man.
Yeah, so like that song that reminded me of it's a song on Mac Miller's album, one of Mac Miller's albums, where he got his mother to essentially do the same thing. Like she was talking about her relationship with his father and how they met and everything. So when I heard it, I
Say
initially thought
word.
about that. Listen,
You guys, I never heard it. You gotta send that to me.
yeah, I don't remember exactly what the name of it is though. Um,
Okay.
let me actually look at the track list. I'll tell you in a second. It's on what's the
Oh
name?
shit.
It's on the Divine Feminine. That's the album is on, but I don't remember exactly what the name of the song is. But yeah, he got a song on there that's just like that. Like his mother goes on and she's
Okay.
talking.
I'm gonna check that out right now.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
never heard that joint.
yeah. His mother goes on there and she's just talking
That's
about
dope.
the relationship with her and his father, and you know just how everything went. Basically how your mother did.
That's what's up, man. I gotta hear that song. I never heard that joint, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
Rest in peace,
man,
Mac Miller, man.
for sure. For sure. Rest in
Yeah,
peace, Matt. But yeah, man, that's it though, man. I don't really got nothing else. I mean, if you got questions, feel free to ask away. But as far as me asking you anything, that's all I got for you know.
um, yeah, man. I gotta I got a question. So I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
All
So when
right.
you first heard so when you saw so okay, so part of my heart drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what you expected? Or was it not what you expected? Did you like what was your like your thoughts entering it and then exiting it? You know what I
So
mean?
okay, I got you. So given the conversations that we had about what the project was before I
Mhm.
heard it, like I knew it was gonna be one of those projects where it was like, all right, every song for the most part is gonna be very vulnerable. Like the content is gonna come from a place where it comes from like real true emotions, true experiences, true events. So I knew that going in. What I didn't expect was how deep you got. Like I didn't think it was gonna be
Yeah,
surface level per se, but I didn't think it was gonna be
yeah,
like that deep. And that was like not gonna say very, but it was a little surprising to me, but surprising in a good way because it allowed me an opportunity to see what you saw through your own eyes, but just
yeah,
me listening to it. And for a listener like me that listens to music the way that I do, that's something that's very appreciated from the artist to the listener, being able to peek into your life and see what you see and like live vicariously through those experiences as you tell them.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Cause like yeah, cause like that was I wanted people to like see it, feel it, understand that this is true, and then you know I didn't want it to hit you in, oh, what other album dropped today? I wanted to stick with you. You know what I mean? So like, that was my whole thing. Like, I want this to stick with people. Like, I don't want this to be like, and I wanted people to sleep on it too. You know what I mean? I wanted people to sleep on it. Like, so like when they go 2, 3 years from now, they go back like, oh shit, how we missed this one? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want people to sleep on that shit because it's like, it's not, it wasn't an album. It was very personal. Like you said, and I take you through these stories and these journeys and everything. And I'm wrapping that album up. I'm wrapping it. I'll share one story with you. I know you sure you gotta get out of here. I'm wrapping the album up. Don't Go, Don't Leave wasn't supposed to be on the album.
Okay.
I didn't even write this song. I didn't even write this song yet. And I'm wrapping this album up, and it's December. And I my called someone, told him happy birthday. A friend of mine called him happy, told him happy birthday. His birthday the day before my mother's birthday. So my mother's birthday December 1st, December 2nd. December 2nd, I wake up about to have a big thing for mommy and shit. His sister died
Wow.
the day after his birthday. That's Nene. So when you hear the girl talk in the beginning of Don't Go, Don't Leave, that's Nene.
Okay.
Right? So Nene, that's like my little sister too. Because me and her brother was like brothers and shit like that. So we can't believe she only like 31 years old at the time she died. So I come home on the 4th of December for the funeral. I'm staying there the whole time until the funeral. So I stayed there about 10 days. On December 5th, there's a woman I know named Letitia. Me and her, we've been cool. My peoples, and nothing but love for each other for years. She comes see me because she know she got the word back of what happened. She comes see me December 5th. I leave December 14th. Tisha dies December 31st. That's the second girl you had to end that song.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard that music, Don't Go, Don't Leave, I was writing that shit for Snob too. Like, and then like when I started writing, I was like, oh, this shit sound like Snob too. So I was like, when I started writing the verses, I couldn't escape what just happened. Like I just lost two people I really fuck with. And I just spoke to Nene and I just seen Tisha and they both gone like that. Like I just seen her. Like I just could touch her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I can't. Her sister called me on New Year's Eve. This was the end of 20. This was the very last day of 2020. Her sister called me on New Year's Eve, like, my baby gone. I'm like, what are you talking about? You was pregnant? That's what I'm thinking in my head. She crying. I know she ain't talking about her sister.
Right.
I just seen her sister. So that song made that album late and everything. So, because I wasn't even writing it. When I heard the music, I had initially started to write that for Snob too. And then, but the lyrics just started coming out like that. And, you know, those two women not being here right now is different. You know what I mean? Because I can't, Nene would call me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning randomly. You know what I mean? Just to chop it up with me. And me and Tisha, we had a dope ass bond. We had a dope ass relationship. You know what I mean? And for that, was that the song you said you wasn't there, right? You said
Uh.
you wasn't there, was on your top 5.
Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I say the last verse, when I start the last verse off, and I said I lose count, I know Mad Julius Pages. That's his little sister, Julius Page. We all thought he was gonna make it to the league. He was nice. He played at Pittsburgh University too, but everybody in my age group wanted to be like Julius because he was the best basketball player in town. And it's just crazy, man. But yeah, man, all your listeners, if y'all haven't heard Part of My Heart, for me, man, definitely go. It's definitely worth your listening, in
No,
my
for sure.
opinion. And if you think it's whack, let me know. You know, let me know.
All right. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, that's all I really had. Um, it's always a pleasure talking to you, bro. You know, whether we talking on the record, off the record, or whatever, it's always a pleasure. But I'm just happy that I was able to get you back on, and of course, like I'm gonna definitely have you back on again, and hopefully we don't
Oh
gotta wait
yeah,
too long.
yeah. We gotta get you to the town soon, man. Soon.
No, for sure.
I'll chop. I think I'm going there real soon. I'm gonna let you know the dates. I'm gonna chop it up with you in the off the off cameras and everything about that. But um Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate the love
Absolutely.
you always show, man. I appreciate I'm seeing the growth and everything, man. And keep doing it, keep pushing it, man. You know what I mean?
It's much
I
appreciated.
want to be able to, yeah, I was one of the first niggas on that nigga show, man. Look at me now. You know what I mean?
For
All
sure.
right, man. So, definitely keep doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? Keep grinding, man. Stay focused, man. And you can do anything, man. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. It's all love on this side always. So yeah,
No doubt.
man. But yeah, before we go, like you already know what's up. 3 gems for the people, man.
3 gems.
Yeah, 3 gems for the people.
Listen to yourself. That's one. Everybody can't go.
That's number 2.
That's number 2. Trust God, man.
All right, straight like that. You want to give anybody a shout out?
Yeah, shout out to my whole city. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. Shout out everybody who had an impact on my life and everybody who had a hand in bringing my album part of my heart to life. And shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I appreciate you, man. You always been supportive since we connected and everything, man. I don't. That was like what 2 years ago, almost. That was like top of 2020, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
like,
Yeah. Almost 2 years ago,
yeah,
probably, or probably 2 years ago now.
yeah, man. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate
Absolutely.
your shit, man. You do definitely know your shit and everything, man.
I
And,
tried to.
yeah, man. Shout out to you know what I mean? Shout out to my family too, man. My whole entire family, both sides, man. Shout out to everybody, man. And yeah, man, that's it, man.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of HolloTalk Podcast. It's your guy Jetpack Nick and my man Eskay home, man. Shouts out to you. I really, really appreciate you always and forever. And always shouts out to the HolloTalk Podcast listeners and supporters. We're gonna keep providing y'all with dope content, dope guests, dope conversations, dope topics, dope everything, man. But yeah, this has been another episode. Say peace to you, peace to y'all, and we'll be back real soon.